Revenge thing, yeah? Revenge. That's what we are on. Straight. Revenge. We're coming for all the smoke. Arsenal versus Olympiakos match preview. Oh yeah now. My people, it's your guy, the Nigerian Englishman, and we are back here again on One Touch TV. All those of you that haven't been here before, make sure you drop a little subscribe, and if you like what you see, like and drop a little comment in the comment section. If you have anything you want to discuss, anything you agree with, anything you disagree with, I'll definitely get back at you in the comment section. But here we are. Biggest game of the season. Oh, hey. It's a big one. I'm not going to lie, man. Olympiakos versus Arsenal. A chance for revenge. A chance to rewrite history. Like, it's on. But we're coming into this game with some, I guess, weird form. That's the best way to say it. Weird form. I mean, our last 6 games have gone 3 victories, 2 draws, and a loss. And the victory on the the result on the weekend 1-1. That was a tough one to take, I'm not going to lie, man. Because against Burnley, we had the game in our hands. And in a moment of stupidity from Granit Xhaka, led to us drawing the game. And it really felt like a loss, I won't lie. But we go again. I mean, the last European game is a game that, I won't lie, 2 years ago, we probably would have lost that game. Having the team equalise twice. Having them equalise and then we went a goal down to then score 2 goals to take the victory. I mean, we wouldn't normally do that, but we did it. We got the job done, so we've got that experience of taking a great game at the scruff of the neck. So I'm excited about this game. It's a game that we definitely can win. It's a game that we have to win if we even want to consider talking about European football next season. But, as I said, Olympiakos is not an easy tie. It's not an easy tie at all, man, because the last tie in the Europa League, they faced PSV, and over 2 legs, they won 5-4, which is no mean feat. I mean, I think they were down in the first leg and came back and really dominated the second leg. So they're a hard proposition. They're top of their league. They usually win the league title. I mean, other than 2 years ago, when they didn't win it for 2 years, they've won it every year in the last 10 years. So they're serial champions. They have championships in their DNA, so they know how to get over the line. They know how to win big games, so we can't underestimate them. We can't forget they have players like Valbuena, who some years ago was linked with move to the Premiership, especially Arsenal. Still a very, very creative player. Got 8 assists this season. He's definitely past his peak, but he can definitely pull off a good performance like he did last year against us, I believe, in the Europa League. Also, their top scorer, got it written down here, El Arabi. He's got 20 goals this season, and we should definitely know him well because he's the motherfucker that scored the winner last time. And last time was hard to take because when Abba scored that overhead kick, jubilation, followed by 5 minutes later, they equalised. Got the away goal, and then me thinking it's over again. Abba has one more chance, last chance of the game, last kick of the game on a plate for him. He normally puts it away, he puts it wide. So, boy, that game still gives me nightmares, man, because we dominated both legs. And El Arabi is definitely someone we need to look out for. Another guy that we should look out for is, what's his name? Fortounis. He's an exciting young Greek player. I heard that he's in and out of the side. Very creative midfielder. We should look out for him. I don't know if he's going to start or going to come from the bench. Also, there's actually a player in the side that we used to be regularly linked with every year. Mavia. He was a defensive midfielder more them times. He plays like more of a deep line playmaker. But I mean, he was linked with us for the longest. I remember one year I really wanted him at the club because of a good year he had in France, but he ended up coming to Sunderland, and after that he was a bit of a journeyman all around Europe, and now he's found himself at Olympiakos playing a decent role in that deep line playmaker role, so we should look out a bit for him. But overall, man, their form is pretty similar to ours. I mean, in the last 6 games they've won 3, lost 2 and drawn 1. So our forms are quite similar going to the game. And they also have Agent Socrates. Papa. We just let him go. He's not played for Arteta this season, so he's definitely going to have a chip on his shoulder and definitely going to want to get one up on his former employers, 100%. And all the secrets, best believe it. That guy is giving them every goddamn thing, 100%. So they shouldn't be underestimated. So with my team predictions, boy, I've been preaching for the last couple of weeks how this is our most important game and we should be resting players in the Premier League to make sure they're right for the Europa League. So now that's going to be the indication of my team selection. Yeah, this is the team I want to pick because, I mean, we've got to capitalize on this Olympiakos team. They like to stack up their midfield. They like to play through their wing backs overlapping. So we need to be ready for that. And I believe this is the right team to beat that. First of all, in goal, Mr. Reliable, I have Leno. Even though he did make a little bit of an error for the goal last week, I still think he's our most reliable keeper, Leno. Centre-back partnership, I'd have Gabriel and I'd have David Luiz. Gabriel, I know Mari's done pretty well, whether it was Holding or Luiz has been playing with recently. For me, even though he looks really cool on the ball, I just believe the pace of Gabriel would be needed this week. So I'd put him in there. Even though his form hasn't been the best, I still believe he's watched his games and sitting on the sideline, he's definitely got his hunger back, and I believe he's going to put in a good performance. His partner is David Luiz. And I know everybody's looking at me, judging me, reminding me of my previous videos. I know. Me too. I don't know what's going on. But the guy's been playing well. We can't knock that. He's been playing well. I still want him to leave at the end of the season because I don't see it continuing next season. But he's played well. He deserves a chance. But please, David, don't make me eat my words. I beg you. So that's the centre-back partnership. Left, I'd have Kieran Tierney. I don't even know what freaking accent that was, mate. But yeah, Kieran Tierney, I'd have him as left-back. He's played a lot of minutes since he's got back from injury. But we're not going to rest him for this game. Throw him in. And as crazy it might sound, if we have to rest him for that North London derby, Kieran, you got to come with that Andy Robinson energy. He plays every game, 90 minutes, week in, week out. And if you want to be the best left back in the Premier League, you got to do that too. Injury free. So left back Tierney. On the right, I'd have Cedric. He didn't start the last game. Chambers did. So I think he's ready. Put him in the side. Have him permanently in the side right now. We saw how well he operates with the wingers ahead of him. We saw how well he supports them going forward and backwards. So I want him to get a run in the side. We've seen how it looks when he plays alongside Pepe. It looks a lot better than when the other guy plays alongside Pepe. But again, I'm not going to say that guy's name. So right back, Cedric Suarez. Centre midfield, the partnership. This one's a bit of a different one because those of you who watched my live yesterday with Big Six Bants and Football in Pigeon will see my mind was a bit tampered with in that conversation because Monts raised something very interesting. He said, although Partey has showed different aspects of his game in terms of beating a man, his range of passing, getting forward, things that I didn't really associate with his game before he came to Arsenal. I was more the defensive midfield, protecting the back four, using his strength, showing that presence. That's what I was known for Partey for doing before playing for Arsenal. But he said it's because he's been asked to do jobs of other players because there's other things missing in our side, etc., which kind of makes sense. But Omar, please, Partey. Xhaka made an F up on the weekend, so let's put Partey in that protecting role, that DM role, screening the back four. Let's see what that looks like. And then that frees up his partner, very controversial too, Danny Ceballos. I want him to start. Hear me out. The reason is because Danny, he was the reason why we nearly lost the last tie. Don't get it twisted. 2 moments of madness nearly led to us getting kicked out of the competition, right? Luckily, his teammates don't save him. So we're in the next round. He's missed the last 2 games. I mean, after he conceded that second goal, Arteta strung him off the pitch. But he's had a chance to lick his wounds and realize what he did, and also he needs to pay back the team for saving his ass that week. So throw in Danny Ceballos, see how he works in a role where he has a DM that he can actually rely on, a DM that he doesn't necessarily have to support all the time, a DM that will give him a little bit more freedom to be a bit more box to box and more creative. But he still has to do his defensive work. Don't get me wrong, Danny. But yeah, I want to see what that looks like, because we ain't seen that yet since Partey's been at the club. So put Ceballos alongside him, ahead of him. Just because it's a late fitness test for Smith Rowe, I'll go again with Odegaard. He's looked neat. Quick on the ball, always wants the ball, creative, sees the killer pass, doesn't always make it, but sees it. And he's done well. I'm not with the gang that says sign him up now, sign him up now. I'm not at that level yet, because we saw Danny Ceballos. He gave us some glimpses, and I still don't think he was the guy that we should have got this season. But it's a loan, so you can't really go wrong with a loan. But I'd say he still needs to do a little bit more before the end of the season for me to be convinced he's the guy. But he has shown me that he's got potential. Left wing, Pepe. I know Williams had a really, really good run recently, but Pepe, I want you to start. I want you to flourish. You are the future if you can get it together. You have a little bit of confidence. I like the way that you still bounce back after Arteta dropped you for the next 2 games after your goal against Leeds. Is it Leeds? Yeah. Well, after a couple of good performances, should I say. And you look dangerous again on the ball. So throw you in there. European game, throw you in there. Why not? On the right, I'd have Saka, the big man, the bad man, the 3 time in a row player of the month. For me, my player of the season. Bukayo on the right, working his magic. He got a little bit of a rest against Leeds, but came back last week. Didn't look himself. Probably his least effective game, but he'll bounce back. You know what he does. Bust the dirt off his shoulder. And down the top, we've got the big man about my blood clot, yeah. And down the middle, he's been saving his goals for this part of the season. He's about to let off shots left, right, and centre. Every defender in Europe that has to still face him, you should be having nightmares right about now, because Abba is coming for your clot, yeah? Remember you heard it first. So that's my starting 11. Predicted score, should I say? I don't think we'll keep a clean sheet, but I also don't think it's going to be an easy tie. Do you know what? I'm going to go with 2-1. Yeah, 2-1. I've not got any predictions right yet. I've got the result right, but not the scoreline right. But who knows? I hope it happens today tomorrow, in our favour. But we go see. Our most important, let me say that again, important game of the season, Europa League tie. Olympiakos versus Arsenal. We go again tomorrow night. Come on, the boys. Let's have it.